morning, viewers. You're watching NewsX and I'm Kriti Mehta. Now, in a major escalation on Friday, Iranian forces shot down 2 American combat aircraft in separate incidents, marking the first confirmed loss of US manned warplanes over or near Iran since the conflict began 5 weeks ago. US officials have confirmed an F-15E Strike Eagle fighter jet was shot down over Iranian territory. One of the 2 crew members ejected and has been successfully rescued. Search and rescue efforts continue for the second aviator, whose status remains unknown. In a related incident around the same time, an A-10 Thunderbolt II aircraft, also known as the Warthog, was struck by Iranian fire. The pilot ejected safely and was rescued. During the intense search and rescue operations for the F-15E crew, 2 US UH-60 Black Hawk helicopters also came under Iranian ground fire. 1 helicopter sustained damage and some crew members were injured, but both aircraft managed to return safely to base. All service members involved are reported safe and are receiving medical care. US officials described the day as highly challenging, with active hostilities complicating rescue efforts. Iranian state media has celebrated the strikes, releasing images of what they claim is debris from the downed aircraft. The single day represents the most significant confirmed aerial losses to Iranian action so far in the war. NewsX has in fact collated an estimate of how much money has the US lost in just 1 day of war. We're talking about Friday. This also marks US's highest loss since the war began. Let's give you a calculation that we have estimated. Let's talk about first the F-15E Strike Eagle fighter jet, viewers. One of them has been downed. The cost of one F-15 jet is approximately $90 million, and the cost of operating it for 40 hours of rescue mission comes for 10 hours comes to $6,800 multiplied by 10, and it's $68,000. So total loss is approximately $9.68 million, several crore rupees. This is just for one F-15 fighter jet that we're talking about. Let's now move on to A-10 Thunderbolt II, the Warthog that's also been downed. One of them, cost of one of these Thunderbolt jets is $18 million, and cost of operating it for the rescue mission is multiplied by 10 hours, which now comes to $18.68 million approximately. Let's move on to another copters that have been down, the Black Hawks, the UH-60 Black Hawk copters that were sent for rescue missions have also been down, 2 of them, and the cost of repair of each will come to $3 million. Multiply that by 10 hours, we're looking at a losses of $6.68 million that the United States has incurred with just these 2 copters. So let's take an estimate of how much total loss the United States has incurred in 1 day, combining all of these 2 copters and 2 jets combined. We're looking at a loss of $90.68 million plus $16.68 million and $6.68 million from the downing of US 15E jet, the Warthog, and the 2 US helicopter losses. Total loss in 1 day, $116.04 million. That's the amount of loss that the United States has incurred in this single day of war yesterday, in addition to the loss of 1 fighter pilot that's in the custody of the IRGC. Let's in fact discuss this with Group Captain UK Devnath, our defense expert, with us on the conversation. Group Captain, thank you very much for joining us this Saturday morning. We're estimating the loss that the United States has incurred, millions of it, hundreds of millions in just one day. What's your estimate of the total loss and the total cost of the war that the US is incurring on a daily basis?
Yes, Kriti, a very, very challenging day for US Air Force and US Navy. They have lost significant amount of aircraft, as you have shown. Various conservative estimates done by US economist is that USA has already pumped in more than $35 billion in this war effort till now. So it is per day operating cost of this war is more than $1 billion per day. Donald Trump has approached US Congress for additional allocation of $200 billion in this year. That itself shows that it is going to be a very, very loaded year as far as US economy is concerned. We should not forget that similar amount of effort USA pumps in into Ukraine every year. So Donald Trump, under his leadership, is putting Americans' taxpayers' money at risk in Ukraine, in Iran. Will he get it back? Kriti, that is the calculation. The calculation of American economists is that once this war ends, probably slowly over a period of time, the regime in Tehran will either fall or will loosen its grip. And America is looking forward that within next 6 months or 1 year, a sympathetic government in Tehran will be installed by USA. After which Iran's total oil industry, drilling of oil, refineries, storage facilities, pumping facilities, and their export to various people, various countries in world, and the price at which Iranian crude will be sold to other countries in world will come under American control. This is Donald Trump's calculation that by doing that they will earn trillions of dollars of money in decades to come. That's why he's pumping in $1 billion per day now. Yes,
Okay.
Kriti?
Yes. All right, sure, we hear you, Group Captain, but in your assessment, how likely is it for the United States now at this point in the war, over already, I believe, over 5 weeks, that the US will be able to capture the oil fields of Iran? Is it possible for it to take control of the Karg Island and the 400 kilogram of enriched uranium?
Yes, Kriti, as far as military specialists all over world are concerned, they are unanimous in their assessment that USA will not be able to take over Kharag Island or any other Iranian airfield by force. And definitely it will not be able to recover 400 kg of uranium by sending its crack commandos or Delta Force. But USA may do it by political means. That is, they will apply economic pressure plus daily bombings on Tehran and surrounding areas so that over a period of time, a new regime which is supported by USA comes into power in Tehran. So once a government comes to power in Tehran, which is kind of dependent upon USA, that USA thinks it will be able to do in next 6 months or 1 year. So once a government comes into power in Tehran, which is dependent upon USA, then Tehran government will slowly hand over all these oil assets to US oil companies. And mind you, Kriti, all the US giant oil companies are waiting. Their CEOs and owners are all Donald Trump's capitalist friends. They want to pump in money into Iranian oil industry because they can pump in billions of dollars and make profit of trillions of dollars.
Okay.
Yes, Kriti?
All right. Thank you very much, Group Captain.